I still remember the first time I didn't buy travel insurance. I was heading out to the mountains, no real plans, just wanting to disconnect. You know those remote spots? The ones where there's no cell service and it feels like you're stepping into another world? Yeah, I was in one of those. Everything seemed perfect at first. The weather was gorgeous, the air was crisp, and I had this sense of freedom that only comes when you're far from everything familiar. But then, on the second day, things took a turn. I woke up to a sharp pain in my leg. I thought I had just slept funny, but as the day went on, it didn't get better. In fact, it got worse. A lot worse. By the evening, I could barely walk. And there I was, in the middle of nowhere, no hospital for miles, no way to get help. The pain was so intense, and I'll admit, I started freaking out a little. What if I was stuck out here alone? What if this was something serious? I remember thinking, why didn't I plan better? Why didn't I get insurance? And that's when it hit me, I didn't have an emergency plan. I know it sounds dramatic, but I was literally stuck. And the worst part? There wasn't a single person nearby who could help me. I had no cell service. I didn't even know where I was really. I just picked this random remote cabin that I'd found online. I remember feeling totally helpless. I've traveled enough to know that things can go wrong anywhere, but I never thought it had happened to me, not in such a peaceful, beautiful place. Long story short, after what felt like hours, I finally managed to hobble to a neighbor's house who, fortunately, was able to get me in touch with a nearby clinic. Turned out I had a severe muscle strain, nothing life-threatening, but still, it was a big wake-up call. I didn't have travel insurance, and I learned that lesson the hard way. That experience changed the way I look at travel. The reality is, when you're traveling to remote places, you're putting yourself in situations where there aren't any quick fixes. You're not just a phone call away from help. You're not guaranteed a quick ride to the ER or a nearby hotel. In fact, in some places, there isn't even a hotel. I never want to be in that position again. So now I always get travel insurance before I go anywhere off the beaten path. And it's not just for peace of mind, it's for real protection. You know, that feeling where you don't have to worry about what happens if things go sideways. It's like a safety net. Even in remote places, you're covered. I mean, if I'd had that insurance, I could have just called for help, maybe even been connected to a local provider or clinic right away, instead of stressing out for hours wondering how I was going to get medical attention. I don't even hesitate anymore. It's part of my travel routine. I don't think about it as an extra cost. It's part of what makes the adventure feel safe. And believe me, I've learned to appreciate peace of mind. You never know what can happen when you're far away from home. I've found that Orust Insure is one of those simple travel hacks that makes everything so much easier. They offer some of the best coverage I've come across for remote travel, and it's been a lifesaver for me. Now, I can actually enjoy my trips without stressing about what might happen next. It's not about selling you something. It's just me sharing what works for me, something I genuinely trust. If you're planning a trip anywhere off the grid, I seriously recommend checking them out. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later.